All right, collectors, welcome back. This is my second starter deck opening video. I believe we're 12 in the series now. Um, if you've been following along, you'll know that I missed out on one of the mountain art variants. So that's three of every single art except for that one. So that's what we're hunting for today in the starter deck. This is the second starter deck. I bought it in 2021 in October. I got it from Graded Power for $231.30. If you're new here, what am I doing? I'm putting together a complete 4th edition set, all on camera. I'm doing it directly from sealed packs. I have, again, this is my second starter deck, and I've got packs and I got booster boxes. So I am taking 2 packs from each booster box per video, and I'm splashing in 1 pack from outside that I'm getting from like TCG Player or eBay, and just to mix it up a little, and cataloging everything, and we're recording the progress along the way, and I'm sure I'm going to be pulling my hair out as we get closer to the end, constantly ripping open rares that I've already seen and looking for that last one, but it's going to be fun nonetheless. So let's see what we get in this week. Okay, so from my first starter deck video, when I did some research before opening it, I noticed that there were like 2 types of packs out there, and the variation between them is pretty much where the land and the uncommons sit. So if this video is exactly like my first, excuse me, if the pack is exactly like my first in my first video, then we should be seeing commons, uncommons, no, commons and land, followed by 3 rares, rule book, and then uncommons. So hopefully it stays like that. I did buy this from Graded Power, 231 bucks back in 2021. So that will be recorded later. Probably going to need more sleeves, and I'm probably going to need more shoe fit. So the other thing to note is we're done with commons, right? We've gotten all the commons out of the way, and we're just basically looking for those extras that'll go into the secondary set. So here we go. I got the primary and the secondary spillover, and specifically in this video we are looking for the mountain. Let's go find that right quick. And then all the other lands are gonna go to the secondary set. So hopefully, you know, in a perfect world, I would be getting all my 1 mountain and then enough of the art variants. And so there it is. I'll hold it up, I guess. So we can see here, I've got 1 and 3, and we're missing 2. So it is pulled out right there. I will sleeve, I will throw them in there. I will fast forward so you don't have to watch through it, but I do need to determine which ones are being added to the spillover set. And here we go. So we're ripping this in, open. We'll just use the tab. And there it goes. There's the top. There we go. And this should be, yep, back up at the top of that. All right, so there's that. So that I don't spoil, right? We'll go in the book. Careful not to all right, there we go. I think I ripped a little bit of the book, but that I don't really care. Now, the uncommons will be first. They should be face down, like that. Next should be, again, if it's the same pack, rule book followed by 1, 2, 3 rares. And then this should be our, I can't remember, is it land on the bottom? Land on the bottom. And there we go. So then let's find where that ends. There's a nice giant growth. Okay, let's see it. We're really just looking for that mountain. Right there, that guy. So let's see. We got island, forest, plains, right off the bat. Boom. We're all done the lands. Getting closer every day. Okay, there we go. Forest, plains, swamp. There's a complete set if I don't already have it in the spillover. That's a duplicate there. That's a duplicate there. Swamp. That is a duplicate there. There we go. There's all 3 forests in case. And there's all 3 plains. Okay, we're doing good. Swamp. Again, mountain. Plains. And there we go. Swamps are done. Mountains. So I got 2 of the ones that I did not get last time. And here we go. Yep, that one. 3 of those ones. And then, look at that. Had I opened this pack first, it would have been a complete set. So that's good. That means that all this stuff is good for the spillover set, and our main boy right there will go into the main set. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward this so I can clear up the space, but we're going to go ahead and sleeve them. All right, be right back. Okay, so moving on to the commons. Again, I'm complete on my commons in the main set, but these are all going to be for spillover, so let's just break it out, see what we get. I'm not spending a whole lot of time on this again. I will fast forward the sleeving afterwards, and then I'll throw them in the binder. But anyway, so there's green. I'll leave room for the colorless. All right, blue, Sea Serpent. Grape Shot keeps coming back, man. Reoccurring. All right, Stone Rain, Raise Dead, Marsh Viper, Gaseous Form, Gray Ogre, Flight, and White's Disenchant. All right, there we go. Okay, Wall of Wood, an Unsummon, a Psychic Venom, Goblin Rock Sled, the Amaru, a Kithkin, the War Mammoth, the Death Ward, Twiddle, nice and classic, Bird Maiden, Pearl Unicorn, the Hill Giant, Pikeman, Green Circle Protection. I'm glad to see not like 19 of those in there. Marsh Gas, not a very heavy black, huh? Shannon Dryads, and Erosion. Okay. So as far as building the deck, like the mock deck that I do, you'll find the link down below. I'm going to take the 3 packs from the last video. I'm going to add in the starter deck, and I'm going to add in 3 more packs. So as if to simulate getting a starter, 6 packs, go to town, make your deck, and then, you know, tournament in the store. That's one of the methods that we used to do, which actually, you know, in my opinion, works out a lot better with 4th edition, because 4th edition with just 3 packs is not the greatest draft experience. Even if you get 8 guys around the table and you're just taking one and passing it, it's just kind of a weak set for that. I don't know. I guess maybe they didn't focus as much on drafting like that back in the day. It was probably just pushing cardboard. But anyways, I digress. I'm going to sleeve these up. Again, I will fast forward it. I'll put it in a pile, and then we'll come back. We'll check out our uncommons, which we are interested in our course. Okay, here we go. Now the important stuff. Okay, so uncommons, 9 of them. Here we are with number 1, Winter Blast. Okay, we haven't seen that guy yet. Very nice. Number 2, Junon Ifrit. There we go. Black coming in weak, but you know, it's a decent flying creature. A little bit of an upkeep cost, but all right. Thrown a Bone, Swing and a Miss. Gain 1 life for each successful cast Black Spell. Yep. One of each of those for each color. We got Untamed Wilds. Very nice. Green Ramp. Yep, looking good. Let's see. Last week we had a Fungasaur, so that plays into that. And we had White with the reverse damage. The Stasis. I mean, if you can pull off a Stasis deck in a sealed draft, man, props to you, but I feel like that's a very constructed deck. Wall of Brambles, green coming out strong. Here we go, and Detonate. We're looking for air elementals and Actually, not for the blue, but Sarah Angel would be nice. Animate Dead, lovely card. Still got some value today, still used. Here we go. And Castle, that'll go in the deck, right? Looking pretty strong for a green-white. And the last uncommon is Oasis. All right. There we go. Haven't seen that yet. So I believe a lot of, I think Castle's been seen. I know Animate Dead's been seen. And I think the Wall of Brambles, possibly a Throne of Bone, but I think the rest are additions. Okay, and now for the rares. Let's see if we can add to that deck. Here we go. Rare number 1 is Power Surge. I think we've seen that one. During each player's upkeep, Power Surge deals that player 1 damage for each land he or she controls that was untapped at the beginning of the turn. Right? Because we had mana burn back in the day, so you damned if you do, damned if you don't with that card. So, anyways, rare number 2, Nev's Disc. I use this in my Urza Commander deck. You know, if I can make everything indestructible and then pop that, it's kind of a board wipe for everyone else and nice for me. But a good reset. I like it. I'd put that in the deck. That's a good sweeper, if you will. Although it does kind of knock your own stuff out. But anyways, okay. So here's for the last rare. Then we'll sleeve things up, and then we'll hit the recap. Drum roll, please. Oh, Sylvan Library. Heck yeah. Okay, I love this card. Definitely fitting into the green and white ramp and acceleration card advantage. We just need some lifelink now and just to offset it. All right, so it's a 1 green and 1 colorless enchantment. You may draw 2 extra cards during your draw phase. If you do so, put 2 cards drawn this turn back on top of your library in any order, or pay 4 life per card, not replace. So 4 to keep them in your hand. Effects that prevent or redirect the damage cannot be used to counter this loss of life. Very good. That's one of the top 10s, if not like number 2 in the whole set. Wow, that's a good pull. So, you know, Power Surge not so much helping with the deck, but nice to see. Nev's Disc and Sylvan Library, some very classics, cards that I still play with, and things that I enjoy to see. So I hope this was nostalgic for you. We're going to hit the card recap. I'm going to sleeve all these up first. I'm going to put them in the binder, see what I got in the secondary set, and then I'll join you in the recap. And welcome to the recap, where I'm going to cover the progress towards completing the entire set. Man, that was fun. I really do enjoy opening up starter decks. They don't make them anymore, and I wish they had not migrated the land into booster packs and kept it that way. I don't know. Maybe I'm just old school, but I thought that was kind of fun. So yes, we hit the Sylvan Library, which is number 2. I've got it set here to TCG mid. Your top 5, we've got 3 out of the 5 so far. Mana Vault, Sylvan Library, and Winds of Change. Still looking for that land tax, still looking for the strip mine, but some good stuff. Another card I'm looking forward to, and I hope I get it in the next 3, is the Birds of Paradise or Howling Mine. Howling Mine was kind of a staple. We always played that. In fact, at some point in time, my brother and I just decided we were going to play with a constant Howling Mine in play all the time. And so it was just kind of like a static effect. And Mana Chickens, I mean, you can't go wrong there. I'm just looking at that white-green deck right now. I'm thinking, wouldn't a Bird of Paradise be really nice for that? But anyways, let's take a look. So I've taken the cards and I've added them in to the Moxfield mock deck so far. So this is just a total list of all the cards. You know, it's looking like a pretty strong white and blue and green so far anyways. So we'll see what those last 3 packs do. To add to the pool, and what comes out of it might change my mind, might sway it one way or the other. But I'm liking the Nev's Disc for a wipe. Oasis is kind of meh. But Sylvan Library,
good card advantage. Fungasaur can grow, got giant growth, got a couple things to handle artifacts. We do have Lightning Bolt, so some removal with the Disintegrate and the Detonate, but red and black just didn't come out strong so far. So that'll just be it, won't it? It'll be red and black that I'll get in the next 3 packs, and it'll throw my whole world askew. But anyways, moving on. Okay, so 60 card deck, or 60 card starter deck. We ended up starting this week with 234. We added 10 for a total of 244, which is 62%. We are adding 3%. We're now 65% through the collection, and I couldn't be happier. We started this week at 150.05. That is an adjustment to the September prices, so that's kind of rolled in there as well. We added 28.94 for a total of 178.99. So the total of the set, when it was 357, has now gone up to 362 by $4.82. But we're sitting at 49% of the collected value, thanks to that Sylvan Library. I believe it was like according to the data I pull off of Deckbox, about a $23 card. So yeah, looking close. 50% mark for value is another milestone. And I don't know that I've decided exactly what I should pick up for that, but I'm thinking maybe some Mirage or something like that. Looking at our individual types, lands, which is exactly what we were looking for. We went from 93% up 1 card, 7% to knocking it out. So we are 100% complete with the land and the commons now. Uncommons, we started at 59%. We added 5%. Not too bad for a total of 64. And the rares, we started at 23%. We added 2 rares, not 3. The Power Surge did fall into the spillover set. So we're adding 2% for 25% total. And again, matching 65% of the grand total overall. Looking at the pack count, we are increasing starter decks to 2. That's a total of 120 cards opened in starter decks alone. This week, we added 10, so a grand total of 62. It's kind of unfair to the starter decks because we did a whole bunch of booster packs in between, but our yield is now 51% from starter decks, so those are looking good, even though we only did 2. But next week we'll be hitting another 3, and we'll hit that 30 mark on the booster packs, and we'll round out the deck, and we'll see where we're at. As far as the expenditure is concerned, we are at 2 in total spend. We are adding... Now, I did buy this one during COVID, so it is $231.30. So that's a grand total of $389 on starter decks. And if we pop over to TCG Player just to check out what they are going for today, you're looking at spending about $160, right? Because of that shipping there. $150 plus $9.99, and that, they're all really within that ballpark, $160. Back over here, we'll make this 160. So I am ahead of the curve so far on starter decks. I do have another booster box that when I get to adding the prices of those, it will bring this back down. I don't foresee this by the end of the project being too far off of what today's dollars would be a cost to get all the packs necessary. I don't know how many packs I'm going to have to open, but I still don't think it's going to be too terribly off. Total spend into the project right now, $1,592.55. If I was to go retail, that would be $1,670. So, real close. Moving on to the spillover set. We started the week with 131. Today, we added 15 cards for a total of 146. That is 35% plus 4% for a total of 39%. It's slowly coming along, but not at any huge pace. I will start putting a list together of all the commons that we need to knock out here. But collected value, we started at $28.93. That is with September's price adjustment. We added $11.14 for a total of $40.07 in. So that is 8% plus 3% is a total of 11% according to the overall value. Now, looking at our lands, we went from 40 and we added 60%. Miraculously, that starter deck had a copy of every land in it. And even the one I needed, it had 2. So I lucked out. I don't know if I need to open up any more starters, but I kind of enjoy it. So I probably will at least open one more. Maybe I'll do it in between the booster box and at each halfway point. I don't know. We'll see. Commons, we only added a few. So 2% added here from 87 to 89%. The uncommons, we started at 15. Again, only adding 2% and up to 17. And we started the previous week with 2% of the rares. It did go up to 3, but it doesn't even register as a whole percentage. Let's see if I can. Yeah, it's like 0.5%. But anyways, so we're resting there at that 2% with 3 total rares spilling over so far. And on to the most frequent. We did increase the starter deck quantity by 1. So we have 525 cards opened to date. And of those, in the lands category, Forest card number 177 still is the most frequent land open. This all changed and a couple of them bounced up. This has been pretty static so far, and it's finally been updated. So we're going to not see this again until I open up a 3rd starter deck. But your Forest and the Plains, I feel like maybe my first one was more of a fluke, and you do generally get all the lands, but I'm guessing as time goes on and I open up more and more starters, this will just normalize out to all arts being pretty common. Looking at the actual commons, Clay Statue still remains on top. Circle of Protection, black, still remains there. Dark Ritual, Fortified Area. None of these really moved. I think Power Leak bumped up, but slow movement here. In the uncommons, we did see Anime Dead and Castle come up, but those were the only 2 additions. And of course, the rares, the Fungasaur, the Power Surge, and Ragman, the 3 rares that have spilled over, remain on top, and these are just alphabetical rares in the list. So until we open a 4th, and I feel like until we open another 36 booster box or, a booster box and a half, we're really not going to see what rares are kind of more frequent than others. And this is all just for fun. It's not true sampling because there's just so many out there, but it's just kind of neat to look at. But overall, I'm pretty pleased. I think that was a good pack. We've knocked out the basic lands and the commons have been completed. We're just looking at value and the uncommons as the next milestones to maybe open up some new stuff. I do have another video planned before I get to the next 3 packs of 4th edition. I'm going to start a little series to capture what is it that I'm collecting month over month with my little hobby budget. But I will have a delay right before that. I do have to reinstall this computer. All these videos are taking up lots of hard disk space, so I've bought a new hard disk to expand my storage. So hopefully that won't delay too much, and Monday, Tuesday I should have another video out towards the 4th edition set. But maybe this Friday I'll have something a little different for you guys. Anyways, if you've enjoyed it, give me a like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.